So we're joined today by Secretary of State Jason Kander, who's going to tell us about a new proposal that you announced last week to reduce business fees that your office manages to among the lowest in the nation. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So ever since taking office, one of my goals is to make Missouri the best place in the country to do business, and that there's a variety of things involved with that, but one of them is being the place that's most convenient and most affordable. So this proposal, it's a bill that's going to be filed on our behalf by Senator Wayne Wallingford from Cape Girardeau, and what it's going to do is it's going to drive down the fees to a level where all you would really have left for your business filing fees would be a processing fee that you would pay. And what that would do is it would drive down the fees, and then it would make it where Missouri would actually have the lowest fees for doing business of any state in the country, which we think sends the right message. That's
a proposal that will be pursued in the upcoming legislative session. Tell me how that builds on the filing system improvements that you've already made.
Well, we're really excited about this. So what we have done is we've made it where you can now file just about any form that you need to file with our office. Almost every single one of them can be done online. In the past, it was just 5 forms. Now it's almost every form that is filed with our office, which people respond really well to. I mean, they're excited about it. It's sort of the envy of the nation in terms of when I talk to other secretaries of state, they really want to get their system to where ours is now. Because it's great for whether you're just starting a company or whether you're an existing business. It allows them to keep records a lot easier. It obviously is far more convenient to be able to do it that way, and then it cuts down on postage. So I think people really like it. It really goes in the category of providing customer service, which I think is part of our responsibility.
Well, what makes this proposal different from the existing system that's in place right now?
So what we've done is we've gone now from where in the past you could only file 5 different forms online to almost every form that you can file with our office can now be done online, which obviously is a lot more convenient, but it's also great for businesses because they can keep records a lot easier because now those changes happen pretty much instantly, so they can look back at their records and know that there's no difference in when they send something in and when it actually happened. And then it also, frankly, I think helps them cut down on the cost of postage, for instance. So there's a lot of advantages as far as that goes for business, but also for people who want to start their own businesses. One of my goals is to make sure that, if you're an entrepreneur who's trying to be successful, I want the least possible amount of time for you to be spent on worrying about compliance and fees and forms and that sort of thing so that you can focus your time on growing your business and growing jobs in your community. And so the online filing system really helps us get close to that. And then if we can now get this legislation passed where we can bring the fees down to where we'll be the lowest in the nation, I think it's going to make a real difference.
What kind of feedback are you getting from Missouri employers and others about this proposal?
People love it. What's also really interesting, people love the proposal in particular because obviously there are a lot of businesses who frequently need to file with our office, and having those fees go down makes a big difference for them. But I think also it sends the right message that Missouri is a place where you should go if you want to be in business, whether you want to start one or whether you're thinking of moving your business. What's interesting is now with the increased convenience of our online system, I hear most often from people who maybe they do business in an area that's close to a state line, like Kansas or like Illinois, because if they also do business in Kansas or Illinois, then they're really struck by how much easier it is when they do their work in Missouri, and that's always something that I'm thrilled to hear as well.
Right, we like to hear that too. Yeah. So you're getting bipartisan support from this plan, I understand.
Absolutely. Senator Wallingford and I are not the same party, but we've always worked well together. We're both veterans, for instance, and I think we like working together, and he's been a big help to us in the past on this and on other issues, and I'm confident that we'll be able to get something done.
Tell me, are there any other states that have done anything similar, and what has their results been?
Well, there are states that are always working to find ways to bring the cost down. What I'm thrilled to be able to say is that there's really no state that has been able to bring it down the level that we think we can, which is a good thing. It would make us, we'd be able to say to businesses around the country, hey, in Missouri, we have the lowest cost of doing business of anywhere.
So this is an idea that your office would directly manage. Do you have other pro-jobs policy that you support that maybe is outside of the purview of the Secretary of State's office?
Well, I do a lot of work because we have the Business Services Division on entrepreneurship, for instance. I'm a huge believer in the idea that, in the long run, the Fortune 500 ideas in our state are as important as the Fortune 500 companies might be, because they can become Fortune 500 companies in the future. And so I want to make sure as many of those ideas stay here and grow into companies as possible, because we have obviously so many success stories in the state that started that way. And so I've done a lot of work to work with incubators and accelerators around the state to make sure that they have the resources they need. And sometimes it's just a matter of amplifying their presence in the community, making sure that people know that they're there, so that somebody who, for instance, it could be something very small. Maybe they want to start a cleaning service. Well, if they have enough success and they employ 20 people, those are people who are going to come from that community, and it's not something that you can outsource. So it's a company that's going to stay there, and those jobs are going to stay there, because it's not as if they can start cleaning homes in some other state, right? And so when people have ideas like that, I want to make sure they have a place to go to get going, and that they have a process, as far as our office goes, that's smooth, and they don't find it discouraging. And so all those things really work together, and it's a big focus for me.
Well, thank you for your work on those projects and your upcoming proposal. We are proud to support it.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.